Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce you to myself. My name is Anthony Goodson. You are watching Back to New. Today, I have in the back of my rental car a Morganton dresser. So we're gonna take a look at that here in just a little bit. Before we do, please do me a favor. Subscribe, hit the like button, make a comment, do something. Tell a friend about this page as well. Don't just do it for yourself. Do it for me. Tell a friend, all right? Again, subscribe, hit that button. All right, so we have this painted over Morganton 3-drawer dresser. It's actually quite big. It's bigger than what it looks like on screen there. It was in really good condition, painted yellow, of course, but has some issues on it. I'll show you those issues in just a little bit. But overall, pretty good condition. And I think they did a pretty good job of painting it. It's just been a while, wear and tear, and it looked like maybe it had some rain or some, I don't think it had any water damage, but it was certainly dirty. I don't know what caused that dirt. But with all that dirt, it takes a whole lot of this cleaner supply. You see those cleaner supplies I have in there. I think I went through 2 or 3 of them. And so I'm just doing all I can to get this to looking new before I get started with it. I started working on it a little bit early. You see that big spot in the top. I was just trying to see what it's gonna look like if I put some of the pink stuff on there, which you'll see shortly. And it worked better than I expected. Again, you'll see that shortly. But right now we're just going through a little cleaning. Here's the pink stuff. Ran out, had to go get some more. I'm one of those people who actually likes to put that pink stuff on and then put the plastic on top. So what I did is I put the plastic on top. Let me speed through this and I'll let you see it. But anyway, I'm gonna put it on top and let it kind of just get hot. It was a hot sunny day, as you can see back there. And it didn't take too long to take all this stuff off. See how quick that was? Anyway, now I'm scraping it off. Before I scraped it off with my plastic scraper, but it just didn't work all that well. I don't know why it wasn't getting down below, so I had to go get this carbide scraper. What is that, metal or whatever, carbide. And that works so much better. It's sped right on through it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of scraping of this thing. And it seems like a lot of the dressers and furniture that I do a lot of sanding and scraping. This one is no different from the rest. Pretty satisfying to watch. All right, so it took a lot of work. I did it on the side as well. I actually only did it on 3 sides. So in a moment, you're gonna see me sanding in a bit. See, this is actually the side, and I'm not gonna do it on that one side because it actually sanded off better with the yellow. I had to find that out at the very end. I didn't know it at this point, so I'm just now cleaning all the nastiness off. And now it's time to do a little bit of sanding. I found out that my blade was a whole lot better if I would have just used it from the beginning. See, my blade worked a whole lot better than my sanding pad. See, it's still yellow. That's one side that's actually yellow. And of course the front is yellow. It was so much easier to just simply scrape it off and then sand it. The beauty of the camera is it makes it seem like it was so quick. I bet you this was 3 days of sanding. It was certainly not as quick as what you just saw. Now, I have a few places on here that needs to be repaired, and I hope to show you at the end but they came out magnificent. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting in some quick wood, and I have lots of different kind of putty and et cetera, that I have to put over this. And so this quick wood is actually working very well here, and I don't think I use that anywhere else, but this is just a good spot for it. Now I'm going to use some putty on the rest of it right there and wrapped all around the rest of it. Now, originally I thought about taking these feet off and adding my own. Changed my mind because I was trying to spend as little money as possible. Now, this part is actually my favorite part. I don't show this whole process, but I'll tell you what I did. As you can see, it's not there. So what I did is I cut that in half. You saw half of it. And then I cut that long ways in about a third, and I used that piece to replicate the piece that was already there. And it worked amazing. Struggle is real. Originally, this Back to New channel was supposed to be more than just about furniture. It was supposed to be me transforming my body back to new, back to what it was when I was 25 or 30. As you can see, the age that I am now don't look good. Magic. So I'm gonna go back to the exercising piece. You'll see that every once in a great while, the goal for me is to lose a lot of weight, because I was a little self-conscious, but I don't care. Now I'm back to new in the brain, more so in the body. So outside, it was an extremely windy day. I think you can tell. I'm using this can of Kills primer, and it works very well, but it's so much wind that I probably used way more than I had to. And I stopped a lot, and there's a lot of editing in this because I had to stop so much because the wind was so strong. And I believe it started raining shortly after, which I was not aware that rain was coming. Now, I didn't know that it was going to be so windy, but I did all the work to get it around the house. So I decided I'm going to just do this anyway before I put it up. But it came out extremely nice. That's 2 coats of Kills right there. And I sanded it down in between the coats. And because it was so windy, I actually had to hand paint because I don't like to spray paint in the garage. So I hand painted this thing, which, you know, if you spray paint and then you go back to hand painting, you spoil yourself during the spray paint, and it's just not fun doing this. But it was okay. It didn't take too long. The piece wasn't so big that it was going to take just that long, nor did it have all the creases that was going to make it that much more difficult. So it wasn't too bad. Now, I always use my roller. A roller gives it as close to a spray paint look as possible. It makes it nice and even, and it looked really good on this one. So I used a roller around the front, the back, not the back, but the front and the side to side, and it came out magnificent. One of my favorite things about furniture repair is when I get to sand it all the way down and then stain it. Staining is so satisfying to do, let alone to watch. Just as satisfying as watching this tape come off. It came off pretty smooth. I actually had to go back off camera and kind of touch it up a little bit because what happened was I actually had some primer peeping out. So I re-put the tape back on there, repainted just so that I could eliminate that. It worked just fine. Let's take a look at what it looked like before. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and here's a look after.